Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the compact Hitch Cargo Carrier from Flint Hill Goods and how it fits on our 2022 Toyota Tacoma. It's going to be made of a black powder coat steel. It's going to be a good option for you if you want to get a little bit more storage out of your vehicle. Maybe you want something that's going to be durable but small so you can store it when you're not using it. Get some larger or messier items out of the bed or the inside of your truck and onto the back. So let's check it out. The overall design is pretty straightforward. We just have these steel beams that run straight across. So you can get some smaller items in here depending on how you store them, and there's still room for it to fall through. But compared to some of the other ones that have a grid shape, you might have a little bit more open area there. You do have rails that go all the way around and include a bunch of different points where you can tie and strap things down to, which is nice. We definitely do recommend getting some straps or a net or a bag to keep your items secure. As well as we do have two reflectors here on the front. Because it is black and at nighttime you're adding on some distance to your vehicle, so it's nice for people behind you to know it's there. How much distance is added on, you might be wondering. Well, I will measure that from the bumper to the furthest point back to come up with a measurement of just over 23 inches in our case. So it is really compact. It doesn't add a ton of distance onto the back of your vehicle. It sits a little bit closer than some of the other ones, but you still have almost 4 inches between here. And if you're curious to know how it will interact with your tailgate, just pop that open. You'll see that it doesn't make contact with the carrier if it's unloaded, but obviously as you start loading up items and storing them towards the back, you're going to run into some clearance issues with your tailgate, so you want to keep that in mind as far as how high you can store your items before they're going to make contact. As far as the ground clearance goes, the carrier basically sticks out straight from your hitch receiver. So from the ground to that furthest point in the back, it's going to be about 16¼ inches. So again, basically wherever your hitch sits is where the carrier is going to sit. It might start lowering down just a little bit as you start loading up items though. As far as the hitch goes, we do have a 2-inch hitch that sits in our 2-inch hitch receiver. It's held in place by this pin with the nut on the other side. The factory hitch from Toyota is pretty big though, and we do not really have the ability to get the pin all the way through to the point where we can put the clip in that it comes with. So that's as sturdy and secure as it's going to get in this case, which is something you might want to be mindful of. Also down here, we usually like to check the exhaust to make sure that it's not going to make contact with any of the items in our carrier. As is the case with the Tacoma, the exhaust is down here and it's facing away, so it's not an issue. So overall, if you're looking for a value option for you to get a little bit more storage out of your vehicle, maybe you want something small but durable for close range trips, just where you're getting messier items that might be a little bit heavier, a little harder to get into the back of your vehicle, or you just want some things that you don't want bringing that mess inside, this is a good option. Flint Hill Goods does have a ton of different shapes and sizes, makes and designs for these hitch cargo carriers. Some even have ramps if you need a little bit of help loading and unloading. This, though, was just a quick look at the compact cargo carrier with that black powder coat steel construction and how it fits on our 2022 Toyota Tacoma.